So, I have some news. I'm growing a beard. Yeah, I look like your dad now. Okay, no, that's not the news. The news is, and I'm sure you guys know if you read the title, and if you can't read, like my brother Dirt Boy. Well, the news is that I have cancer. Now, before we start going crazy here and panicking, I wanted to let you guys know that my doctor said this is a very common form of tongue cancer that I have, and that it is like practically 100% curable. You know, the next few months are not going to be fun for me, but at the very least, I will be okay. And I feel like that should be kind of the headline here, because as soon as you start using the word cancer, I mean, that is like literally like the last thing that you want to hear. And I remember when the doctor told me this, when I was, in the doctor's office, I just remember I kind of having like flashbacks of me watching like my favorite TV shows or movies and characters, getting told that they have cancer. And it's just like the worst thing ever. I just remember always thinking to myself like, oh, that is like so bad. And luckily that will never happen to me. For whatever reason, I just like never really thought that this would ever happen to me. Unless, I was like 87 years old and, I like lived an awesome life and, maybe then there was a small possibility that I could get cancer. But I never really thought as like a 25-year-old young person that like this was ever even a possibility. So as soon as the doctor told me, I went into like complete panic shutdown mode. I remember it was like just like the movies where like everything started to go black. I had like a ringing in my ears and my body just like felt like it was basically dying. Usually I do pretty well with bad news, but for whatever reason, this just like really got to me, which is actually really funny because I remember my doctor at the time saying that I was handling this very well. Those were his exact words, and he had no idea that like my entire body was shutting down. So I guess I must have like a really good poker face. But anyway, so let's get into like the nitty gritty of pretty much what he told me. Today is July 21st, Sunday, and the first thing that needs to happen is I need to get this stuff removed. I'm sure you guys remember in my last video 2 weeks ago, but I talked about a surgery that I was going to be getting, and that surgery went amazing. This is actually the first video that I'm making since that surgery that happened 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so I recovered incredibly well. The doctors were very surprised with that, but unfortunately, I now need a completely different surgery. So tomorrow, Monday, July 22nd, I will be getting another tongue surgery. This one, they will be taking more, of my tongue, which is not very nice. But, we have to do what we have to do to get this guy out. And also, too, the doctor thinks that based on some studies that have been done that the cancer has probably spread to my neck in my lymph nodes. So unfortunately, for my next surgery, I will not only be getting my tongue operated on, I will also be getting my neck operated on as well. So it's going to be like a little bit more intense than the last surgery, which was just like a minor tongue surgery. This one is definitely going to be a little bit more extensive this time around. So that just means that the recovery time is going to be a little bit longer than the last surgery. So I could potentially not be able to talk normally for 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, maybe even a month. It really kind of just depends on how I respond to the surgery. And then since it now is confirmed that, it's cancer, which still is like super weird to say that I have cancer, but it is what it is. And I've kind of come to terms with it. But the fact that it is cancer means that, there needs to be additional things. Surgery is step one. Step two is probably going to be some form of like radiation therapy. And then we're not really sure where to go from there. It'll really depend on how the surgery goes before we can figure out sort of like the next steps to take. And honestly, guys, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to make this video. Usually I try to keep my private life as my private life, but the last video that I made about my surgery really kind of like opened my eyes a little bit and showed me that you guys are the most supportive, awesome, fantastic fans that a person could ever ask for. There were legitimately 10,000 plus comments on that video alone, and I tried to read through every single one. And it was really, really awesome to see a lot of you guys, new fans and old fans alike, come together in the comments and talk about your own experiences of like how you came across my channel, your favorite content that you used to watch back in the day, like the Cookie Craft days or the Bessie mod review days, or me pranking my robot Rodney, or even further back. Some of you guys are like newer fans and watch the videos where I troll my brother Dirtboy and Cyrud and do a bunch of other things. But yeah, it was really cool to see a lot of your guys' response in the comments. And a lot of you guys too were talking about your own sort of like scary experiences. And it really just made me feel a little bit less alone in this entire process. So I'm really hoping that we can sort of do the same exact thing in the comment section of this video, because it was honestly incredible just reading all of those comments, especially because I'm not able to record for a while, so it'll just give me something to focus on and something to sort of just like keep my mind off of all of the bad stuff that's sort of going on. Also too, I want to shamelessly plug my Instagram and my Facebook right now, which will be at the top of the description. I usually don't post on there, but I am going to be posting a lot more to give you guys updates on how the surgery is going and how I'm recovering, and sort of just like more of my day-to-day life, considering I'm not really going to be able to talk. If anything, I'll be able to like grunt, which probably will not make for great content. But yeah, at the very least, I'll be able to post more on Instagram and Facebook, and you guys can ask me questions or really just like interact with me a lot more there. There's also still some videos that we recorded back before my last surgery, so those videos should be coming out over the next week or two. The team and I have been absolutely working our butts off to make sure that those videos are going to turn out awesome and that you guys are really going to enjoy. This is also a great opportunity to give a massive shout out to the entire team that helps make these videos possible. There are so many people, from editors to graphic designers to managers to my brother Adam and my good friend Cyrud, and so many other people that sort of just make these videos possible. So literally, huge shout out to all of you. You guys are awesome. And I wouldn't be able to make as many videos as I do without the entire team of people. But yeah, guys, I think that is pretty much it. I didn't really have a plan for this video, so yeah, if I missed anything, and if you guys think of any comments to leave or questions, or even like just suggestions of like cool movies that you like to watch or TV shows or fun animes, let me know in the comments, because the next few weeks are going to be, once again, incredibly boring and I don't really have much to do. Yeah, I mean, I genuinely love making YouTube videos, and it really does suck that I haven't been able to make new videos for you guys, in 2 weeks. And then now I'm not going to be able to make new videos for you guys for maybe, I don't even know, maybe like the next few weeks to a month, which really, I don't know, it just kind of makes me sad. I know that you guys are literally like the best fans on the entire planet, and I know that a lot of you guys are going to stick around and, be there for me when eventually there will be a day where I am 100% cured and cancer-free, and I'll be back making new videos for you guys to enjoy. I know this is probably not the video that you wanted to see, and trust me, this is not the video that I wanted to make, but here we are. Sometimes life just kind of gives you the worst possible things, and it's not like, I did anything wrong or did anything to deserve this. This is kind of just one of those things where it's a curveball, and I just have to figure out, the best things to do to try to respond to this. I try to focus a lot on what I can control, and what I can control is, first off, when I got this checked out, luckily I was able to get this checked out pretty early on. So we were able to catch it pretty early, which is why the doctors think that it's going to be like 100% curable. It's not fun to think that, you have cancer, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and I will do my best to work my way through this. And I know that you guys are there, and I know that I have so many awesome family and friends that are all rooting for me, and you guys, have been keeping me in your thoughts and prayers, and that means so very much to me. So thank you guys. Seriously, I can't say it enough. I'll keep you guys updated again on Instagram and Facebook, but I hope you have the most fantastic rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys really soon. My name is BeckBroJack. Peace out, dudes.